Welcome back to my channel. I'm Athena. This is my channel Stitching Goddess Designs, and this is a channel about cross stitch and Harry Potter. Giant Harry Potter right there. Bam! Welcome. Thank you so much for coming back, returning, all the things. I've had a busy couple of weeks. Infusion is on Wednesday, and my fatigue is on point, but we're here. I made it. Just doing my makeup this morning was enough to have me I was sweating while doing my makeup because the exertion. Okay, we'll talk more about life at the end. This is a channel about cross stitch first and foremost, so let's talk about cross stitch. Okay, I've worked on a couple of things, and then we have a problem child we need to discuss. So let's first talk about the things I've worked on. Goals, aspirations, dreams, wishes, hopes, whatever we're calling them, out the window. Completely out the window. I decided that I wanted to just work on what I wanted to work on. Ooh, I'm dropping everything. No! I wanted to work on what I wanted to work on, and that's all there was to it. I don't have anywhere to put the things. Okay. I picked up two whips in the last couple weeks since I've seen you, and I worked one until I was like, I'm sick of this. I don't want to work on it anymore. And then I picked up the second one, and I'm still working on it, and I'm probably going to stay working on it until I'm sick of it and I don't want to work on it anymore. So the first one was Epic Mario. I guess I'm craving a bit of monogamy right now. I don't want to keep switching whips every day, every little bit, every couple of stitches. I want some consistency, I guess. That's what I'm craving right now. I don't know. But we've got Epic Mario's, or Mario Through the Ages, whatever you want to call it. She's gonna be huge. But here is where she is right now. Ooh, it's so good. I love it. As you can see, it's a lot of stitching, y'all. It's a lot. But what I worked on was from about right here, I believe. I worked all of this Mario, this leaf, the Goomba, and then from about right here with this, I think I was right around here-ish, because I was somewhere underneath him. All that green. I didn't think I was, oh, and then I got a little bit of a outline going there. I didn't think I was ever going to finish that green. Make it stop. I did mess up somewhere in there, and I skipped a row. It's not, you're never gonna tell. I added an extra row in, and we're talking row this way, not this way, this way. I missed one, and so I added another one in later, and you'll never know. So we're gonna start coming over here. We're working, he's kind of jumping through the sky. We've got some clouds going on over here, and yeah. I'll post a picture because I don't have one in my possession. I don't have an overall picture of it, but I do love it. Sorry. I told you, spoons are negative spoons. This is done on 18 count Ada that I dyed myself, and it never really wants to show, right there it's lighter than it should be. It never wants to really show true. Okay, so then I worked on that, and I was probably a little bit through that green, I was I don't want to work on this anymore, but not a little bit, most of the way through that green, and I was no, I'm going to finish this green. And then I was I'm done with you. As soon as I finished that green, I was done. The next thing I picked up to work on is Death by Cross Stitch. This is by Long Dog Samplers. And you know what? That Epic Mario, I'm pretty sure is linked down below. I think it's linked down below all the time. If not, I'll make sure to put it down there. It's a free pattern, and it's on Sprite Stitch, I think is what it's called. I'll put a link. Okay. Long Jog Samplers, Death by Cross Stitch, huge enormous. There's one word for this whip. Huge enormous. Here. This is what I will show you. And what this is right here is right here. This little bird right here and this little plant. Yep, we're over here. This is where we're working. I'm almost to this corner here. Started over here, so I'm almost made my way to this corner. I do have down to about round here. I'm not taking it out of the Q-snap right now. You could see, because I'm still working on it, but probably by next week I'll be sick of it. So come back next week and you can see the whole thing. That'll keep you coming back. So yeah, we've got this plant here. There's another bird here, and yeah, we're almost to the corner. So, yeah, I'm going to point this out to you because I'm going to leave it there. See how there's, I don't know if you can tell, but there's 2 stitches and then the point of this little heart looking thing, right? So there's 2 stitches and then the point. Look what I did here. 1 stitch. Because you can tell, like, even that little piece, that's okay. Because as big as this piece is going to be, you're never going to know. You will. You will now. But anybody else coming to my house, they're never going to know. I'm working this on 18 count Aida, just like an off-white Aida. And I'm using the colorway Unicorn by Dying for Cross Stitch is the name of the company, Dying for Cross Stitch. And this is the Unicorn colorway. This is one variegated floss that I am working throughout the whole thing. This amazing bag, custom bag by Lynn of Lynn X Stitches Creates. Okay. Those are the 2 things I've worked on. We have a problem child to discuss. Thank you so much to Akio Whip Kevin, half of Akio Whip Kevin, and his man brain. I said it's your man brain that caught that because they were watching him and his wife. Go watch them, please. Akio Whips. They were watching my Flosstube, my last Flosstube, and he's like, "That's not gonna work." And even Erica was like, "Yeah, it is. Why wouldn't it?" And he's like, "That's not gonna work." And then he started breaking it down for her, and she's like, "Oh, so she didn't see it either." I didn't see the problem. We needed that Kevin brain to shout it out to us. So let me pull it out. We've got Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. There's a problem, y'all. Here's where I'm at. She's gonna be huge too, right? So we've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, we've got 4 across the top. 4 of these blocks across the top, and then 4 across the bottom, and then 1 over here, and then across the middle, you've got a long one. That's where I'm going to run into a problem. Now, if you were here for the last episode, I showed you. The needle minder is messing me up. It's heavy. Okay, I showed you that this is supposed to be a block, and then a space, and then a block over here. And I was like, I don't need to do that. I'll just bump them up against each other. I don't even know if I even put that much thought into it. I don't even know if I knew I was supposed to put a space there, or if I was just like, next block, and just did 3 lines of the block, right? Because it's right next door. Like, just keep it moving. The pattern, though, does show a space in between here, and then you stitch a whole nother block. That's not necessary. Why is that necessary? It's necessary. So, the center block, there is a template, you guys. There is a template to tell you how to stitch this properly. So block 1, you can see there's a space, right? And you're supposed to have stitched the entire block. Because this block right here is 92, which is fine because they're all 92. They're all 92 by 92, all these little ones. But it's 92 by 185. So 92 plus 92, if I bump that and I made that one line, I'm technically getting rid of 2 spaces, right? But if I bump, there was a whole discussion between friends that I chat with and Stitchy friends, and it got like really complicated, and finally we have a solution. Okay, so I'm going to just have shared lines everywhere, except between these 2 blocks. Between blocks 2 and 3 and 10 and 11, I will keep that space there, because then that will make this correct. I am going to slide this over, slide everything over. This will be a shared line, this will be a shared line, all of that. There will be a space here and a space here. I don't know, I might make it a solid 3 stitches wide, or I might leave a space and just like put an extra stitch here and I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what I think looks better. But I'm not ripping that out. So that's staying a solid line, and then it'll be a solid line over here. It'll be a solid line everywhere, like I said. But we're leaving the space here so that the count is correct here. The other option is to take one out of this block. However, where do you take the one out? Where do you take the one out? Because like it's clear up to the side. It's clear up to the side. There's not like a side where I could take one out. There's so much overlap. I mean, maybe I could take, but then you're going to be messing with this cauldron. There's nowhere I can see to take one out. Where do you all see? So we're going to leave the space here. It's going to be fine. All the rest of these are going to be solid lines. And we're going to keep it trucking, because there's no frogging of that. There's no way there at this point. There's no way to fix that. I mean, other than throwing that away, which I'm not willing to do. That is so much stitching. That's so much stitching. So, all of this to say, one, when you even if you don't know that you're making a change, show your whips to your friends. let them ooh, that might be a problem. And then like what's the corporate word that I'm not in the corporate world, but I know workshop it. We're going to workshop this. We're going to figure out what we need to do to make sure the stitch counts are all correct. Use your community, use Flosstube, or, I mean, you could even comment below somebody's Flosstube and be like, hey, I see you're working on that. I'm working on that. I'm running into a problem. What do you suggest? Or what do your viewers suggest? Instagram, an amazing place. If you are able to get to a retreat, or even a virtual retreat, or any sort of virtual chat situation, and you think you might be having a problem with something, workshop the room. Like, hey, I've got a stitchy problem. There is nothing stitchers love more than having a problem to solve. Like, ooh, how can we fix this? Let's workshop this. Because we all hate to frog. We don't want to rip it out. That was hours and hours of work. Let's workshop it. Let's see what can be done to fix it. If you're new here and you haven't been here for ever, this one right here was a whole problem. I did sort of workshop it, but I also just tackled it myself once I realized, once I knew what I was going to do. first of all, I cried and I put it in timeout for a long time. And then I came back to it and I was like, we can do this. So long story short, I got to around here and realized I was going to run out of fabric. The fabric is longer this way than wider this way. This way it's a 16 count. That way it's an 18 count. Trust me, numerous people have counted it and inspected it, and that's what it is. So when I cut it to size, I cut this being an 18 count. It's not, it's a 16. So I cut it short. So right here, there's about this much fabric left. That much. So I had to shrink everything, push everything up, rearrange some of the motifs and things. This whole bottom section is not as charted at all. But there was no way. I got to this point. There's no way I'm trashing this thing. Are you kidding me? We're going to cry about it, and then we're going to fix it, and we're going to keep it trucking. So yeah, utilize the community. And if you think you've got a problem, if you've got something in timeout that's just like, I don't even know where the error is, I'm off, I don't know what the problem is, like whatever, utilize the community. Post up close pictures on Instagram. Ask everybody, what do we think? What do we think's going on here? Can somebody, a second pair of eyes? Or even if you know what the problem is, but you don't know how to fudge it. I think a lot of people struggle with thinking, like pulling back, looking at the big picture and how can I fudge this rather than frog it. I know I have a friend who's like, I can't fudge it. I'd rather just frog it. Like, stop. Let's look at it and see what we can do. Sometimes if it's a symmetrical piece or something like that, then that's going to be a little bit harder. But okay, that's my little PSA on fudging and workshopping your friends. We have a solution. We know what we're doing going forward. I even put the little diagram in the bag. Okay, let's move on to promotions. I'm so excited for the month of May. First and foremost, Stacy from Thread, the Needle Stitchery, has opened her brick and mortar. I think last time I recorded was her opening day. So now it was her grand opening, right? She had already been open, but it was like soft opening and she was still getting stuff ready. Then she had her grand opening, ribbon cutting. Oh, this is so cute. The best picture of her son, who I believe is 10. I think he just had his 10th birthday. Cutting the ribbon. Their whole family is just adorable. Like cuteness aggression. Okay, anyways. Brick and mortar is open. In Greenville, Tennessee. If you are anywhere in the vicinity of Greenville, Tennessee, Greenville is in the eastern part of Tennessee. Map in my brain. Eastern part of Tennessee. It's all the way east. So if you're like over there in the Carolinas, you might be close to. Go check out her brick and mortar shop. Super excited for her. She partners with me, I partner with her for the Floss of the Month. I curate colors based off of a Harry Potter theme. And then I go and select color, pick a Harry Potter theme. I go and select colors from Classic Colorworks and Gentle Art Sampler threads. These are colors that are already in their regular line. There's nothing limited edition or special about them. I pick 5 colors, and that is how I started doing this so that I can build my stash in those 2 thread categories. Sorry, I've got Pepsi burps. I started doing that so that I can build my collection in those 2 fancy flosses. The only reason weeks is not as included is because I was already in a week's floss of the month, and I have almost the whole collection minus probably some that I have gone through, or even maybe some newer ones. Hold please, because I I mean, I'm posting a screenshot here. Yes. Floss of the month is inspired by Ron Weasley. So we've got all of the oranges. We've got the Gentle Art Carrot, the Gentle Art Pumpkin Pie, the Classic Colorworks Crab Cakes, the Classic Colorworks Shrimp Cocktail, and the Classic Colorworks Candied Yams. Now, you might notice these are a dual purpose. So we've got a bunch of oranges, right? Into pinks. So we've got like the orange of the Chudley Cannons. We've got like a darker orange that I imagine his hair being. But then we've got some that are going off into pinks. Carrot, pumpkin pie, crab cakes, shrimp cocktail, candied yams. Will you stop eating? Ron is a typical teenage boy. He's eating all the time. I went with food labeled colors, and I absolutely love it. It just cracks me up. So, Floss of the month for May, inspired by Ron Weasley, and those are the colors. Now, how do you get them? You head to Thread the Needle Stitchery. She's got an online needlework store, and you can search Athena, and then it'll pop up my Floss of the month packages. You can purchase individually. There's previous months there as well if they're still in stock. You can also subscribe so that you are getting automatic invoices at the beginning of every month. So once I announce the the end of the month, right now I'm announcing the Floss of the month for May. Now I'll shift it on to Stacy. Stacy will send out invoices to everybody who has subscribed. Pay the invoice. It's on its way to you. Super fast shipping. All the things. Super easy peasy. Yeah. So that is my little Floss of the month promotion. Now on to shirts. If you're new here, Stitch and Goddess Designs. I design cross stitch related shirts and sometimes just fun related shirts. I think I'm going to be going more and getting some more of like, maybe do like 2 or 3 stitchy shirts a month, and maybe do like one that's not so stitchy. I don't know. We'll see. So hold please. I gotta stretch. I gotta reach. Okay. For the month of May, I always bring you guys you guys get sneak peeks for a lot of the things. Now, I will say on my Instagram / Facebook group yesterday, I did start promoting something because we're a week away. I'm going to show it to you. But typically you guys get first peek at shirts here. So let's first talk about the shirts that are going to be available all May long. Actually, let's back up. I'm sorry. My brain is all over the place. The brain fog. Today's the 28th. 28, 29, 30. So we've got 3-ish, 2-ish days left on the April shirts. Bam, April shirts. Here we go. These are the shirts that are available all April long. You've got like 2-ish days left to grab these shirts. If you want to grab them now. On the last day of April, gone. They're going into Pandora's box. We don't know when we're going to see them again. Now, for the month of May, these shirts will be available all May long. Okay, so first, you've got Midnight Stitchers. Absolutely love it. That was the first one that, my first conceptual of that thing. And then concept, whatever. My brain, you guys. Stay with me, I promise. We're going to get through this. And then it was brought to my attention that that's an amazing shirt, but I don't stay up late to stitch. I get up early and stitch. Before I go to work or before I start my day, I put a couple stitches in. I'm a sunrise stitcher. Okay, here you go. Bam, sunrise stitchers. These shirts haven't been out for quite some time. They weren't included in that 2024 sale that I did back in February. So here is your chance to grab these designs if you would like them. Those are 2 designs returning from Pandora's box, and then we've got 1 brand new design. Absolutely love it. She's cute. I'd rather be cross stitching. And we've got some little swirlies up here with a needle. So it's needle and thread type of a thing going on there. And it's just kind of simple. As opposed to those two, where there are a lot. I will say with the midnight and the sunrise, I like want people to notice all the things. There's suns going around and there's moons going around. And there's like needles. Like, look at the border. Look at the border. You will see little details. So much fun. Okay, May 2nd, the Battle at Hogwarts. The anniversary of the Battle of Hogwarts. Harry defeated Voldemort, and a lot of our characters gone forever. But that's okay, because we can go back to book 1 and they're alive again. It's fine. Everything's fine. So for one day, twice a year, I put Harry Potter shirts on sale. May 2nd, September 1st. Return to Hogwarts and the Battle of Hogwarts. They're evenly spaced out, like type of remembrance memorial type Harry Potter-ish days, right? And they're evenly spaced out enough so that it works. So just remember, May 2nd, September 1st, Harry Potter days. Harry Potter shirts. Come check them out. Available for 24 hours only. One day only, May 2nd, from midnight to midnight. That's when it's going to be available. This one is not Stitchy related, but I still hope we love it. But this also means that you can show it to all of your Potter friends, peoples. Everybody can shop this one. You don't have to be a Stitcher to have this one. And maybe if you just kind of like Harry Potter, but you really like potatoes, Expecto Potato. I absolutely, look how cute it is. It's so freaking cute. A while back, I did a shirt that said, "I'm a potato," because there's this cute little girl. And made this adorable reel that was just like, "I'm a potato." And I identify with that in my soul. I am a potato. I like all potatoes, including couch. I like being a couch potato. It's the same potato that I made for that shirt, but I put some glasses on him, and I gave him a Harry Potter scar, and then I added in all the things. So, little spots on the spud are accents. We've got Expecto Potato, and we've got feet, and we've got Harry's wand, and those accents are done in a metallic silver. So they are like reflective. That's why they keep changing color on you. This is going to be available in 6 different colors. House colors: green, red, yellow, blue. Also a light purple and a gray. So purple and gray if you don't really want a house color, or if you don't like your house color, then you can end up with a neutral. There you go. They're going to be only the Bella Soft style. I absolutely love these shirts. They're so soft. They are stretchy. They got a good stretch to them. There you go. You can see it. The vinyl does stretch with it, so you're good there. Always my instructions say don't dry though, because this is heat transfer vinyl. If you put it in the dryer for too long, it will start coming up because of the heat. So, or if you, I don't know, if that's what you choose to do, that's what you choose to do. You can come back and buy more. Yes, I love these shirts. I was talking about the shirts. I love these shirts. They're so soft. They're stretchy. They're the unisex style, so they are true to size. Yeah, I love everything about this style of shirt. So 6 different colors. This style of shirt only. No customization to the colors or the vinyl colors. I think that's it. So super excited about this shirt. Super excited. Okay, then we have, so that's May 2nd only. I would like to say that the rest of the May shirts are going to be up on May 1st, but they might also be May 2nd. And then you could just bundle everything together. Now, let me get the date proper in my brain, because May Yeah, May 12th through 18th. May 12th through 18th. Similar to how we did the mental health shirts, which, by the way, thank you to everybody who bought mental health shirts. I did end up extending it a second week. I didn't have very much orders that first week, and that's okay. But I was hoping to get, like, kind of raise a little bit more money, because 13% of sales is going to be donated. I haven't tallied that up just yet. I'm just shipped out the last of the shirts, so I'm going to tally that up, and I'm going to make a donation to Speak Up here in Kansas City, organization that works with youth on mental health in the schools. Okay, so similar to how we're doing that, I did the mental health shirts for a week in April. It ended up being 2 weeks, but I did it for a time in April so that you can have your shirt in time for May, and you can wear it all May mental health. Similar, for a week in May, we're going to do a Pride shirt so that you can wear it all June. And I'm super excited about this shirt. I'm just, yeah. And then also similar, so 13% of sales for mental health went to Speak Up Kansas City. And for Pride, we're going to do, I did 13% of sales for mental health because my son struggles with mental health. He's born on the 13th of his month, and so 13% made sense. I do have my youngest who identifies as bisexual, and I would like to do this in honor of him. However, he's born on the 10th. That seems like cheating. So let's just double it and do the 20%. So 20% of sales are going to be donated to ACLU, right? Am I mixing up my... I think it's the ACLU, and specifically the Missouri division. We're a red state here, and unfortunately that kind of means a lot of backlash and or anti-LGBTQ legislation being passed here. So the ACLU, I really think I'm saying it right, hopefully, works within the state to make sure legislations are getting passed for LGBTQ rights and or not abolishing the rights we've already managed to pass, those types of things. So all of that to say, here finally is the Pride shirt at Cross Stitch with Pride. Bam. It's black, so it's gonna get blown out. I Cross Stitch with Pride. It's sparkly, it's rainbowy. We've got needles and hearts up there. I can't get close. We've got needles and hearts up there. It's just, oh my god, I love it. Okay, here's the disclaimer. This vinyl, right, comes how it comes how it comes. And so if I cut two of them, bam bam, right on top of each other, this one's going to be a yellow into red. This one's going to be a blue into yellow. Another one could have like some green, like it just keeps going, right? And it does repeat. All of this to say, your pride, everybody's pride is probably going to be different. Just that's how the vinyl gets cut. So you'll have a unique one. This is only going to be available on black in this Bella Soft Style shirt, once again, only this way, because this rainbow is what makes it Pride, right? Yeah, and 20% of proceeds is going to go to the ACLU, as long as I'm saying those letters right. Okay, I'm really excited about that. Happy to just promote love. Just, can we all just love each other, please? And the elephant in the room, I'll touch on it for just half a second. I rarely ever touch on this, but I will touch on this. This is a chat about Cross Stitch and Harry Potter. We've got a Pride shirt. Some of y'all are probably going, huh? I don't stand with she who shall not be named. I don't agree with anything she's promoting and or standing for at all. She who shall not be named is the author of the series. Potter is mine. It's my heart. It's my soul, and it speaks to magic and love and inclusiveness and defeating evil and just relationships, and I don't know, it's always just, it's a lot, and I don't agree with anything she says, period, point blank, end of that discussion. Okay. That is the end of the promotions. The May shirts, I think I covered them all. Yes, super excited about the May shirts, super excited about that Pride shirt, hope everybody loves it. And yes, okay, now, I'm looking over here, sorry, my list. Okay, I went on a trip last week. So my youngest, Nico, went with his robotics team to Houston to compete in the world's competition for FIRST Robotics. They didn't do so great. I feel like they did really good. However, through the luck of the draw, you get partnered up with who you get partnered up with, because it's 3-on-3. It's 3 robots against 3 robots. You've got the Blue Alliance, the Red Alliance, and in qualifications, you just get who you get. Like, they just give you whoever, right? And then once qualifications is done, everybody is ranked based off of ranking points. It's a whole thing. Then, based off of ranking points, you've got however many alliances. I want to say 12 alliances. You've got the alliance captain. So the first, if we're saying 12, the first top 12, I'm not 100% if that's correct, are the captains. Okay. I mean, yeah, the 12 the teams that are in the first 12 spots from their ranking points. Those are the 12 captains. Okay, we can get through this. Now, you line up your 12 captains, okay? Now, it's like a draft. So you get one gets to pick somebody to be on their alliance, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then it circles back around. 12 gets to pick twice, boom, 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 comes back around. So it's like a draft. However, if one picks 2 to be on their alliance and 2 accepts, okay, now 3 becomes 2, 4 becomes 3. Everybody moves up. Now we need to fill that 12. So 13 comes in and it fills that 12 spot. And we keep going. We keep it trucking. They didn't rank super well based off of their qualifications. And then they got put on an alliance, and their alliance captain put them to doing a part of the competition that wasn't their strength. They tried to voice their opinion on that. It didn't work. So all of that to say, they didn't do so great. But Nico had an amazing time. He had so much fun. The entire team went to NASA. They got to walk around NASA, see everything. That was the highlight of the trip for him. He loved it so much. Just being at Worlds, he got to go to some panels and go to some different like workshop-y type things in between matches and other things, stuff that he was doing for the team. So he had a lot of fun. While he was gone, I went to my friend Melina's house. She's half of Count Twice Stitch Once. I stayed with her and my baby Faith, my one of my virtual pets, Faithy. I took so many freaking pictures of her the entire time I was there. I could not stop. She's freaking adorable. She's a geriatric pit bull. She's 15. And she's the sweetest girl you'll ever meet in your entire life. I can't. I love her so much. Okay, but I also love Melina. We had so much fun. it was her birthday week, so we went out to dinners. I lived like a week of her life and went with her to different things that she goes and does every week. She does like craft nights and trivia nights, and just, she's a social butterfly. She's all over the place. So we went and did all kinds of things. I took her to Costco for the first time. She's got a Costco that's, you know, probably about 45 minutes from her house, but she's never been. So we went to Costco for the first time. She spent way too much money. I was like, welcome to Costco. And then she returned the favor because she took me to a store called the Painted Wraith, where I spent entirely too much money. Yeah, we had so much fun. So much fun. On her actual birthday day, for the day, we went to her mom's house. Connie, the other half of Count Twice Stitch Once, the amazing finisher extraordinaire. She finishes so many things, and she finishes, but she also FFOs so many things. And she's amazing at sewing and all the things. So I'm like, let's have an FFO day for your birthday, because that's what I want to do. I'm horrible, but Melina wanted to do it too. Just go and spend the day with her mom, and it was just have a great day. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the first FFO. A Martensia. This, I don't remember the details of this pattern. I don't remember who the designer is, but I do remember like, this is the pattern itself. And then I got a font and added this in. And then Miss Amazing Connie stitched this into a pillow for me. This is the back. Love this fabric. I did pick this fabric out, had it with me. I put the trim on, I stuffed it. We did this, like, there's a slit right here, you know, so then you stuff it through there, and then put this little patch on, and then Mama gave me a heart and a star to just like kind of hang off this little tassel, which just chef's kiss. It's so freaking cute. I freaking love it. While she was doing that pillow for me, did I finish them all? Did I finish them all? No, I didn't. I had a feeling. I still have this one. The very last one, Happy Christmas to All, needs to be finished. But, oops, trash. I was working on these. So, I need to do the ruching on the sides. There are 11 of them, that's upside down, that are finished. I need to do the 12th one, get it done. Oh, Reese doesn't want to hang right, whatever. This whole thing is by JBW Designs. It's 'Twas the Night Before Christmas series. Got, I don't even know which ones I did and which ones were already done, because that was definitely the case. I think I did maybe four or five possibly for that finishing day. So we've got all of them in no particular order, obviously. Two more. There's that one, and got a string hanging everywhere. There's that one. So the first one and the last one. So the first one I whatever. I think I purposely did it on 16 count because that's where the buttons would fit. But then when I started doing the second one, I just automatically went to 18 count, and you can see the size difference there. When I realized what I had done, I was like, well, I'm not unstitching them, I'm throwing them away. So I just did the first and the last ones larger, and then the little ones will be in between. I have an idea of kind of like making a garland type of a situation out of them, is the thought process there. Ruching is for the birds. Clearly, I am doing a very loose style ruching. This one's a little bit tighter, but I'm doing a it's pretty loose. It's not super tight ruching, because I'm like over it. Like, I'm like, no, there's no way. I'm not going to sit here. No. It looks so easy. It looks so easy. And then you start doing it and you're like, oh my God, this is stupid. This is the last thing I will ever ruche. I promise you, I will never ruche anything again. And then, well, I was going to show you this, but it's, oh, here, I'll show it to you. It's inside out. But that is because I need to cut and then flip it around and then stuff it. So I have a pillow that's almost a pillow. And that is what I completed with my FFO day while at Melina's house. Other things we got up to. So let's dive into here. Hang on, actually, because I'm going to drop all these ornaments. Hold, please. Hold, please. I just need to put something away. Okay. Other things we got up to. So the shopping trip. We went to a couple different places. We went and checked out her local Joann's. Yo, it was pretty wiped out, and what was there was like a lot of like one thing, because they're getting shipments in, they're clearing out the warehouse, and then the warehouse is just like sending them to the stores, and they're not like sending like here all these different stores to take like three or four of this, 3 or 4 of this, which they should be doing, but they'll send like a whole shipment of something to a store, and then that store has to put out that entire shipment. So you like walking down the thread aisle and there's no thread. There's just a huge row of just one orange. What? Because that's what they got in stock. That's what they got from the warehouse, and so they put that on display. One thing I did get from Joann's was this Seeds advent calendar. I was in the little Christmas section, and it was like originally $50. Yeah, $49.99. Clearance for $5. So I don't know. Check your local Joann's if you can, if they have these. I don't know. There was a bajillion of them at that Joann's, so I'm like, did you get everyone that the warehouse had? Possibly. It comes with the grow tray. It comes with various seeds. Cute. So I'm gonna do this. I don't think I'm gonna do it this spring. I don't know. We're gonna see. Maybe next spring. Then we went to Barnes & Noble. I picked up at Barnes & Noble these Harry Potter conversation cards. So let's do one, because we haven't done like comment thingies in a long time. Let's do one. Let's pick one up here. Let me just grab one out of the middle somewhere. Right here. You. It's yellow. I don't know if that means it's a Hufflepuff card. Oh, it means it's a spells and potions. What is your favorite spell from the Harry Potter films, and why? Well, should I say Expecto Patronum? No. What is my favorite spell? Like, what's the spell that Dumbledore and Slughorn just do to just clean up the whole house? I want that spell. I feel like there's the Reparo, which would repair things that are broken, but I want the clean. I want the cleanup one. Just wave a wand, clean my entire house. Please. Thank you. Tell me what yours would be. Tell me what yours would be. Those self-knitting needles, self-stitching needles. Can you imagine? Oh my God, can you even imagine? Like, seriously, my brain just went on. Can you, okay, I'm looking around this room and I'm like, okay, just set up like a bunch of different little, like just set it up on like a stand or whatever, and then just put a spell to it, and then it just, you wake up the next morning and it's like halfway done. I want that. Or all the way done. Okay, the other thing I got at Barnes & Noble is they had like a buy one, get one. So I got a compilation of Greek mythology, which I don't think I have anything printed from Greek mythology. I know a butt ton of Greek mythology, but I don't think I have any printed. And then I got some Aesop's Fables. I do already have that. Freaked me out. For whatever reason, there were some orts, and then they just were like on my arm like that. Mini heart attack. Okay. Aesop's Fables. I have Grimm's fairy tales. I don't have a printout of some Aesop's Fables, so some of Aesop's Fables, let's see here. We've got thanks, that's helpful. I was going to go to the contents, and the contents just says fables and then index of fables at the back. Thanks contents. That's super helpful. There's a lot about the ass and his master, the ass and his purchaser, the ass and the frogs, the ass and the grasshoppers. What? Which I get it. It's a donkey. I get it. But what? The kid and the wolf, the old woman and her maids. So there's a lot in here. They're short. I feel like Grimm's fairy tales tend to be a little bit longer. Like these ones, you can see like that's the length of it. That's the length of it. So they're shorter. Okay, I got those from Barnes & Noble. Okay, then we went to... Did we go to the Painted Wraith next? I think we did. Hold please, hold please, hold please. Okay. We went to the Painted Wraith next. Here is the details on the Painted Wraith. It's in Bloomington, Normal, Illinois. If you want to Google it, look it up. I got some sage because we always need more sage. I got some white candles with amazing artwork on them. She's so good. I saw these candles and I thought, well, those are really pretty. I want them. But let's keep going because I saw them right at the beginning. And then when I circled back around the second time, I saw Athena and I was like, okay. The Dark Mistress herself. Can never say her name. Hecate. Somebody's gonna yell at me for saying it wrong. I googled how to say it and I already forgot to. And then we have Medusa because I have a sick sense of humor and I love all things Medusa even though my name is Athena. And if you know that fable, you know why I have a sick sense of humor. Athena is the one that cursed Medusa. For anybody who doesn't know. It is a horrible story. Horrible story. I got this Aquarius moon dust charm kind of a thing. It's by Moondust and Raven. It's not Moondust itself. It has amethyst for intuition, garnet for passion, fluorite for focus, and moonstone for clarity. And it's a necklace. And I love it. I got that. I got a pin. I'm going to turn into a needle binder. All pain, no gain, because that's where I am, 100%. And most days I'm like, not today, Satan. Not today, Satan. Not today, Satan. But then there's some days, you know, if you're in your perimenopause mode and you're in your, early mid 40s, late 40s, whatever. If you're in your perimenopause mode, even if you're not and you have you're in your period mode, there are days where you're like, yeah, maybe today. Yes, maybe today. Maybe today. I will take that today. I got some artwork. Amazing artwork. Snake eating its tail, an owl with a third eye. There's sort of like a galaxy type situation going on. It's just, I really love that. Print art is by, there's the front of the card, and there's the QR code. If you're interested in that artwork. Okay, now I want to the way this fish is made, diaphanosides. It's a way of taking a specimen and turning it clear and then adding some dye to it to like highlight the insides, basically. It's a fish, and it's gonna go on my potions shelf or my dark arts shelf. I'm not 100% yet. I also got, let's see, he is a keepsake creeper. He's a keepsake creeper. And he is glorious. I saw him on the shelf and he is glorious. He's definitely going on my dark arts shelf. 100% he's going on my dark arts shelf. He's got all kinds of little different trinkets and things sewn into him. He's got different words on there. It says like, did you think you were going to die? Particularly brutal, frightening, perplexing, depressing, anguish, was terrible, bleak. Yeah, this is just really cool. Really cool. I love it. It's unique. I'm putting him over on my dark art shelf. 100%. And then we stopped. Did I show everything there? Yes. Then we stopped at another place that had like free trade type, like the entire store was free trade, which I absolutely love. And so I got a good luck pig. Freaking adorable. I got a good luck pig. He's got 3 legs. And he is made from a type of clay. Hold please. It tells me in here terracotta. He's made from terracotta clay and made in Chile, founded by mother and daughter Maria Rosa Bees and Rosa Maria Tapia in 1987. Bees y Tapia, small family business committed to practicing the principles of fair trade. As an exporting organization working with artisans and clients, they strive to secure prices that value the work of the craftspeople and deliver quality products to customers. Based in Santiago, Chile's capital, the organization works with artisans from regions throughout Chile who craft a wide range of products. Good luck pig. May the pig of good fortune smile on you. This delightful terracotta pig is made with clay dug from the mountainside near the village of Pomer, Chile. This clay is traditionally used to create earthenware, cookware used over an open fire, but in this instance it is transformed into a chanchito, a little three-legged pig. These are given to friends as tokens of love and good fortune. It's cute. Okay. Oh no, are you gonna go on my shelf? Why are you falling down? You're not even supposed to be laying down. You might go on my shelf. You might just go right there. Oh my god, he looks perfect. Okay. That was my shopping trip with Melina. It was so much fun. At the culmination of the shopping trip and all the things that we bought, I don't know which one of us, I think I said it first. I was like, we should see if the tattoo shop has any walk-ins open. And I think maybe she had, I don't know if she had mentioned that the tattoo / piercing place was right there in that area. I have a multitude of tattoos, and she has gone to this place for piercings before, but she had never gone to this place for tattoos. So whatever, it was right there. I was like, let's go, let's walk in, let's do it. Let's do it. You have been seeing it the entire episode. I don't know if anybody's clocked it yet, but we walked in, we got 2 walk-ins, and we got matching tattoos. Here she is. She's cute. Needle, thread, heart. Looks like it's going through the skin. It's my own little needle minder. There's a picture. Me and Melina got matching tattoos. Posted that picture, and then her mom saw it And then her dad saw it, and then her dad sent her a message and said, "That's it. You're not allowed to hang out with Athena anymore." Listen, no. I love them like they were my own parents, and I'm like, no, don't disown me, please. It was all in good fun. They were just joking. They would never disown Melina, and she's 40. It was her 40th birthday, so telling her who she can and can't hang out with is kind of futile at that point. Anyways, we got matching tattoos. It was so much fun. The entire week was just, I will have those memories forever, and I love it. Okay, let me look at my list. Yes. Okay, so we're almost at an hour. We are at an hour. Life updates, real quick. I have my infusion this Wednesday. I guarantee you all of my spoons I've just used everything right here. Guaranteed. It's a lot to put your mask on and for an hour. When all you just want to do is sit back in this chair and be like, oh my God, make it stop. The changing of the seasons has a lot to do with the exacerbation of symptoms and flares and such with people with chronic illnesses. And I don't so much think the spring into summer or fall into winter, I don't think those are issues, right? And I don't even know so much that it's the changing of the seasons. I think it's just the changing of the temperatures. So when you hit that point, when it's turning into spring, when it's coming from winter to spring, and you hit a certain point, because it's not like exactly on the first day of spring, but you do hit a certain point of the year where you've got, today is 85 degrees. Tomorrow, I have 62. Like, excuse me. Those drastic shifts, those drastic up and downs, those low fronts coming in, the high fronts coming in, that just, there's no stability in the day to day, right? Or hour to hour even. And it happens again, fall into winter. I think summer, okay, from hot to cold and from cold to hot. It happens at least twice a year. I'm starting to notice it. I'm starting to clock it. I feel like last year I noticed it around October-ish, because that's around when it starts getting cold here. So we started hitting those drastic shifts between it's warm one day, it's cold the next, it's all over the place. And now here we are and it's April, and I'm noticing it a lot here in April. So I think I just need to like pay attention to that, be kinder to myself during those times, just because I know those changing shifts are wreaking havoc on my body. Just waking up, and it's not even like I'm gently waking up in the morning. I wake up from pain. Like, pain is what is waking me up more often than not. I don't get a lot of days where it's just like, let me wake up, and then I start moving, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I'm in pain. No. Pain keeps me up. Pain wakes me up. My sleep is horrible because of it. So it's fun over here, y'all. It's fun. And on top of all that, I've been throwing in some appointments that have needed to be done and have been neglected for a long time. Some, maintenance appointments that you're supposed to do all the time. But because I am literally fighting to stay alive and I'm going to doctors all of the time, those other doctors kind of just slip by the wayside because they don't seem as important. So I got my boob smashed. If you haven't got your boob smashed, get your boob smashed. Go get them checked. Do the things you're supposed to be doing. When you are chronically ill and you're at the doctor all the time, the last thing you want to do is make another doctor's appointment to go do something else that's not even related to your chronic illness, but we need to do it so that we don't have yet another thing. Stay on top of it. Don't let it fall by the wayside. I definitely let it fall by the wayside. 100% let it fall by the wayside. I had a biopsy years ago and was supposed to have been going for annuals ever since then. It had been 10 years. The other thing that I let fall by the wayside, and it had been years since I had gone, was the dentist. Take care of your teeth, y'all. Take care of your teeth. I have had already one session worth of dental work done. I have another session for next week. I have a lot of sessions coming up. I have a lot of things that need to be done. A lot. I'm absolutely terrified of the dentist. I laid in that chair damn near convulsing because I was shaking so horribly. It was bad. It was bad. She just kept asking me over and over, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, just stop asking me that because I'm not okay. I didn't say it like that to her because, I'm just like, yeah. But inside my head, I'm like, just get it done. Just get it done so I can get out of here. Because the more you keep asking me, like, it's not going to change. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I need to leave. Get it done. It's a horrible thing. I even got to the point where I asked her to put the lead vest on me. The one that they give you when they're doing x-rays. Like, put that on me. Because I was shaking so bad, I thought maybe the weight of that lead vest would comfort. It kind of did a little bit, but not enough. I did bring earbuds with me. I cranked the volume on the earbuds, and then she kept trying to talk to me. Bless her heart, but I'm just like, just get it done. I love you so much, but get it done. Gosh. Yeah, it wasn't fun. I'm not looking forward to next week, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Adulting. Adulting means taking care of yourself even though you don't want to. And I don't know how much of letting that stuff go by the wayside has been dealing with the chronic illness, and also depression. Like, depression puts you in a place of just like, why? Why do I need to take care of my teeth? Why? Who cares? Why do I need to get my boobs? I don't care. I don't care what. I don't want to do that. Who cares? Love yourself. Love yourself enough to take care of yourself. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. 100%. I understand. But I am trying to get out there and get these things taken care of and get these things done. It is extremely difficult. Not even gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I had a moment coming home from the dentist from this procedure. I was in the chair for over an hour, realizing how stressed I was for a solid hour, and that stress is is a huge trigger for MS flares. And I was like, I may need to see about if there's some sort of calming medication, something I can do, because putting myself in that stressful situation and allowing myself to stay there for that long can't be good for my MS. It can't be. So I need to contact another doctor, but maybe my neurologist, maybe my primary care before I head back. We shall see. Okay, that's it. That's all I got. I have rambled. Hope to be back next week. Having dental work done next week. Having infusion done this week. But I really, and I know I've said this for a long time now, I really would like to get back into the routine of every single week, because when it's 2 weeks, it's too much. It's too much. I can't gather it all. I can't get my thoughts all together, if that makes sense. So I hope to be back next week, and hopefully I will be bringing you April wrap up, May plans, hopes, dreams, wishes. I don't know. Plans have gone out the window. I'm going to continue to write them down just because I don't know if they're going to actually happen. We're going to see. Okay. I'm rambling. I'm going to let you guys go. I will see you guys next week. I hope you all have a very magical Stitchy week. And for now, mischief managed.